This is Samson. So Robert, introduce me to this group here. Who am I? What do I do here?
This is Samson. He's the lead designer on this bridge replacement project. He's one of the most accomplished engineers in the entire office. So when there is a project that has a level of complexity, guess who they come to? Mr. To, the voice of Port Town. So give some respect to his name. He knows what he's doing.
Thank you. Okay, as you can see here, I'm a beginner impacting. On the big mark. See how it's working like this here? And that's small work. That's what we do. We talk, but we do as well. We begin to see the beginner. Okay? Again, the sweat is the bottom. It's my country. So we're doing it to be able to help. Whatever we can do to help. It's not about the money. It's about what we can do to improve the lives of our brothers and sisters. This is the city of beginner. And they put it in the sidewalk. Yes, I'm going to tell you. They put it in the sidewalk. And I'm going to be the one to be the sidewalk. If I also want to. So, thank you.
Oh, I'm on way, blame, I'm on your way, I'm on the why pay all no one knows. Why cover be your jewel? They my rock out and get your way. My boy, you way, your way, there, came out where and I do. So neo, toto. Now I will pass on my love. So they can't get when I saw you. Double power, 90 were over. Power, Toro Leo, Toro.
They put it in the sidewalk. Yes, I'm going to tell you. They put it in the sidewalk, and I'm going to do one thing in the sidewalk if I also want I'm on way, blame, I'm on your way, I'm on the why pay all no one knows. Why cover be your jewel? They my rock out and get your way. My boy, you way, your way, there, came out where and I do. So neo, toto. Now I will pass on my love. So they can't get when I saw you. Double power, 90 were over. Power, Toro Leo, Toro. Good evening, folks. Samson Toe, La Brea, Puerto Rico. Very, very tired, Samson Toe. But I want to appreciate all of you again tonight for coming in. We say thank you very much. We appreciate everything. Please, all we ask here for you to do for us is to share this video. Share it to as many people as possible. Please share this video to our brothers and sisters so they will have the opportunity to join us and have the conversation as well. It's a wonderful thing here to be here with you again tonight. We thank you for everything. We want to say to all of you, good to be here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. We just want you to share. Share it to as many people as possible. We're here again tonight. That's what we're doing. That's what we're going to continue to do. We have been doing this thing going almost to 20 years. Sitting behind these mics, showing these faces. It was very interesting back then, but we're here. Thank you. Safety, Lord Jesus, I want to thank you again this evening. I want to thank you for everything that you have done and continue to do for us. Because of you, we are here. We are powerless, but the power you give us, much, much more stronger than any other power you can put against. And we recognize that. And because of that, we are not ashamed to proclaim you as our leader, as our father, as the person we follow. We want to thank you. We want to thank you for everything. My Lord, we put Liberia and Liberians in your hands. And we know you will deliver. We have no fear about that. We know you will help us. We have no fear about that. I want to thank you for that.
I want to thank you for all of the good things you have for Liberia and its people that are yet to come, but because of our faith in you, we know it's possible. When we know they're coming, I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for the lives of the president, President Joseph Bakai. We ask, my Lord, that the president be blessed. Whatever he touches, the same must be blessed. Whatever door he knocks, open the door. Extend his life, give him long life, what he have to do for the country. I want to thank you for that. We want to thank you again this evening for those brothers and sisters that are unable to be with us tonight. My Lord, step in. Comfort. Thank you for that. We want to thank you again for the host country, the United States of America. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you all for coming in. We have some. This story is not going away. Hmm? This story is not going away. But we will continue to applaud the president of taking it low key. We will continue to say, President Bakai, thank you. We will continue to say, President Bakai, you are not weak. We will continue to say, President Bakai, the fact that you are taking a route that's saving Liberian lives make you the most stronger president ever. You see, those of you that keep preaching, the president, they need to put army on that side. They need to, you probably don't understand the history of these kinds of situations. Just take one incident and you can't turn back. The president understands that. You think the president he's not a human being? The president was in Liberia during the war. The president most likely watched a lot of stuff that he vowed to himself, I believe, that when I becomes the leader of this country, I will do everything possible. No blood will be spilled for whatever reason in this country. And I want to thank the president for that. We appreciate the president. The president of the Republic of Liberia, if you believe that he's weak, you're not serious. Then you don't know what a weakness is. You have no clue what a weakness is. A weakness is somebody who goes and fight. A person is weak. The person who is not weak is the one who say, I don't want to fight. It takes a courage. It takes a man. It takes strength for you to know that somebody is abusing you and you say, I'm not going to fight. It doesn't work it. Because here's the thing here. When you're getting a fight, all of y'all will get dirty. Whether you beat a man or the man beat you, y'all will get dirty. That's one thing. Then the second thing is the level of energy that you're going to require to get to this position where you'll be angry to even strike anybody. Why can't you use that energy for some positive thing? And this is what the President of the Republic of Liberia has recognized. And this is what the President of the Republic of Liberia continue to exercise. That's years, years and years of experience. For those of all who stood here in this public manner and campaigned for the president, we are very grateful. I have no regret, none whatsoever, for the president to exhibit the type of strength. We appreciate it. The one year 1984 born. 1984. What was that? 1984. I was already. What was I doing in 1984? I was yo wah everywhere. Yeah, in the United States. That the person will bring five to me, I go for the person. So the president taking the initiative of contacting. If the story is true, contacting the president of France is good. I told you guys yesterday about war. Back in the days, long time ago, maybe 500, 600, 700 years, or maybe so many years ago, the people up in the countryside, they don't just get out and go fight. They complain. In fact, they said, I think people that want to say the just war usually win. Okay? It's a just cause. Dumuya will not force that, even if that land belongs to him, there's processes. You have to engage the international community. You don't just get and say, I claiming land because I got power, I got military might. You will not get it, Peking. I told you yesterday. But I just want to say to the president, thank you. Those of us that sat here on this platform and campaigned for you. For we some other people continue to call us fanatic and what have you they want to call. I don't care what name they call me. I want to thank you for the strength that you continue to exhibit. I want to thank you for the fact that you have not even gone to shake a thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Dumuya think well how Liberia is run. If there are weak people, how Liberia is run by weak people, and up to this time, criminals have not taken over the country, drug dealers have not taken over the country, and there's no coup in the country. The strong man who believe in democracy. You rush the wall, you got problem. You take your time, you find strategy. So the president, you don't know. Many of us don't even know. I just say and run my mouth, but we don't know. The president and his people, they are calculating, strategically calculating exactly what the next man, what Dumuya move will be. That President Baka Dumuya will get Huawei, and you're over there every day, you're running your mouth, oh, the president weak, oh, the president weak. You know what strain is? Oh, oh, the president weak. That President Baka will be weak? President Baka, the man who won the election overwhelmingly. Yeah, I say so. But I'll come on. What kind of business? Do me you in my camera now, do eh? Then I look for country out. They want to have that goal. Play here, go embarrass you. And we're not here to come play fun. But anyhow, let me go back. So the issue analyst, I sent the link out already. If you haven't seen it, let us know. The only person who will say don't have it, let me let me send it to him. That will be Walter Carter. So while I'm trying to appease Walter Carter this afternoon, let me continue to play this music and Walter Carter.
This is Samson Toe. So Robert, introduce me to this group here. Who am I? What do I do here?
Mr. Samson Toe is the lead designer on this bridge replacement project. He's one of the most accomplished engineers in the entire office. So when there is a project that has a level of complexity, guess who they come to? Mr. Toe, the voice of Port Town. So put some respect to his name. He knows.
Okay. Walter Carter, the link is out there. You want to join me now? You got no excuse tonight. But let me go on, folks. Let me go on. You know, those of us that consider ourselves to be uneducated. Me, I ain't got no book. I ain't even finish high school. I don't get my GED. I'm still trying to get my GED. But those of us that believe that, before I make that statement, let me go back a little bit. Let me digress a little bit. So in this world, hmm, you see somebody my age, they're all in the street looking for what they're not supposed to look for. That means when they were young, they got chain on their legs, they couldn't move. You see somebody my age, you see the person all in the street fighting all day. That means when they were young, they didn't do no fighting. It got to come out of your system one way or the other. So people like me, when I was young, I did everything. On yama yama, oh, wow, wow, oh, everything. I did it. I said, why am I going to look for it again? Why looking for that I haven't done in life? Why? I'm gonna come back in the street to do what? To do what? That's what they show really good for me. Why am I going to the street to do what? To go fight for what? You know how many years I fought in town? You know how many years I fought in Montreal? I'm gonna come go repeat myself again. That experience now. This age is for me to tell the young people don't fight. I'm my job now because I know what comes with it. And so we appreciate someone like President Baka, who is telling us, based on years of experience, war is not just good, it's not good, but war will not help you to develop your country. War will not bring development, pure development in the country. They make you brought all the yellow machine there, eh? Then you want you to go to war? You not see it before? You not see that kind of thing before? They brought over 100 and some more yellow machine. Then you can't go for Dumuya. Dumuya then jealous. I said so. Dumuya, because Dumuya is a word that a man brought yellow. That's so jealousy. Dumuya wanted no development in Liberia. Because we're coming to leave Guinea behind. Your team was stupid. Then you're sitting there preaching. You let one be embarrassed. Embarrassed where? Let Dumuya show us the kind of yellow machine you got in your place. Then show us the tree. You ain't have money borrow. Then when we try to build up, develop our own, you can't start sending them on following. We're not going to. President Baka, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad those of us that campaign. I got no power to vote. I can't vote. I'm a Liberian, but I can't vote. Why? But it's none of your business. Why I can't vote? It's none of your business. Don't worry about that one. I'm from total that one, no. And voting tower now. Oh, okay. Let me explain to you. Voting tower now in Liberia that one. By the time I got to Liberia, the voting process was over. My plane was delayed. And you want to know why I can vote? I tell you now. By the time I got to Liberia, the voting process was over. My plane was delayed. Well, what am I doing here? I can't hustle. I went by. And now what you want to hear? Yeah, now. The liberal. I'm having fun. No, on a very serious note. On a very serious note. This thing, this President Wakai, I've seen so many people before. I've had interaction with so many people. President Wakai don't know me. I've never met him in person. He doesn't even know me. I don't know him. Or if you, there only maybe one or two people. No, let's see. I know Lobo. I know Sir Johnny. I know the other person. I know Anthony Cassidy. That's about it. 4 people I know in the whole of President Waka Saka. No, I know Prince Tamatu. We got Bisha. So 5. Now, and people then they don't even talk to me. I don't talk to them. They don't call me. When I went home the other day, I didn't even reach out to any of them. I don't want people to think, say, oh, the man, yeah, he's looking for daily. No. My coach has sent the link out already. So just look at your email. Okay? So I hope Mr. So people are having issue getting on. Could you please share the link, please? But anyway, so I don't know them. They don't know me. So when I went home the other day, I stayed by myself. In the night, that why I don't go to what they call Calabar, whatever place, Calabar or Calabash, Calabashi, whatever the heck they call that club. I don't go there. I come from work from when I go to Victor office, go to work, do what I have to do. I leave and I come home. I don't want anybody to say, "Oh, the man, yeah, where he looking for me?" No, I don't look for you. I got nothing. What am I want? What do I want? But I want truth. So those of us who supported this president, my people, I'm dancing tonight in my head and in my heart that this president continue to be measured in everything he does, specifically with the Guinea stuff. If this thing has been child killer, that's a different issue. By this time, people older than them running with their lives, whatever they have. I called somebody today. I was telling them, I said, "Look, put the most important thing you got, put them together, shoe in case, so you don't start running and looking for things." Because Dumuya, and I'm going to be very serious from my perspective. Dumuya, for a country to be able to say, for development business, I'm going to focus on road building material, on road building equipment. Dumuya was there when he saw all those things, he said, "But wait now, what are people doing here? They coming, the person who, the equipment they took, they're not mining equipment. Those are construction equipment to build roads. President Baka wants to connect the entire country through roads. Now, the people who are in charge of it, that's a different issue. But the fact that you have all of the equipment come in, myself too, myself here too, I'll be jealous. I'm going to be saying, yeah. The old man come bring many yellow machines everywhere. People are going to be building roads. When you start noticing that Liberian what money sent over there in your area, that just now, Dumia, they're not just now. But let me go back to the president. So the president of the Republic of Liberia, the most experienced president ever, the man who so experienced, he can see the bird flying in the air and he can count the eggs in the bird. That's our experience here. Oh, President Wakai, you continue to demonstrate that you, the right person, the right time of the Republic of Liberia. Then they come here, they man weak. When you say President Wakai weak, then you have no clue about weakness. It takes strength for you not to fight. Because that's human nature. Self-defense. It takes strength for you not to engage. Even as much as people say, "Oh, the man embarrassing you, embarrassing our country, with the man they just gain their independence in the 60s. All good reason to say you can't do that. Get up and move, or I will move you. All good reason. But he's saying to the young people of the Republic of Liberia, your future is much more important than me being embarrassed as a president. Your future for this country is much more important than me being embarrassed because the man said this and he said that. We will work this thing out. And one of the things you need to understand, he has not given an inch to the Guineans. All of the reports that have been coming out, you just said, "Oh, president said they can have it." Everybody said, "Oh, the land is gone." Sedition said the land is gone. Speculation. President Baka have not allowed the Guineans to seize the land. If they had done so, by this time they will be withdrawn because the president have changed the boundary. But because the president have not changed the boundary, they continue to occupy. They're not going home because the boundary has not been changed. So the president is taking the future of the country above his own embarrassment. Because the young man really want to embarrass. Okay. God is with me, Cully. If you want to disagree with me, be civil. I will block you because I'm not going to put up with you. Yesterday, you came out here and insulted us. I didn't say anything. I didn't ask you to come here. You decided to come, and we appreciate you coming. Watch your words. Watch your language. Watch your language, or I will block you, and you're not going to be able to be part of us anymore. I'm not here for kumbaya. I'm not looking for friends. So if you do not have the ability, which I think you do, you're somebody who like to intellectually engage, talk to me as a civilized person. That's the last warning. Thank you. But let's go ahead. So, and I'm not going to take all your writing either. It will stay right there so people will read it and tell you and let you know why I'm making my comment towards you, specifically calling you out. That will be God is with me, Kali. Okay, so the president, the most experienced president ever, he is taking the future of the country above his own personal issue. Like to say, I'm being embarrassed by this young man. He's not doing that. By him going, if the story is true, by him going to how do you call it, to France, you don't know that all, but the experience are working. They're working. President Waka is working for you, the Liberian people. If it was just the president, oh, they may come in to embarrass me, what kind of business there? We're gonna go. As soon as he's do like this here, you will not know where the army people come from in Liberia to go for. As soon as President Waka say go, you will not know how many. You will not even know how many army come from to go fight over there. But he's not doing that. And as long he's not doing it, Liberian will not take law into their own hands. This is a sign of respect for our democracy. This is not what is happening in Guinea. The young man is jealous. I'll show you the stuff here. If sister went to pray, you saw the kind of gun they have for go pray to God. To go pray to God when God is not even sending no army to defend to come for you. Look at the amount of gun that went there for the sister to pray. Hmm? All right. Thank you. Thank you. You don't want to be part of us. That's good. We don't mind that. Good night. So let's say, okay, the sister go to pray and see what happened. Okay. So I'm saying to all of you, I'm saying to all of you that this president is seeking the interest of not for himself. He's seeking the interest for the future of the country. Now let's go into it. I said it again. I'm going to continue to repeat that. Let's go into it a little bit. You saw the video came from Nima County. One of the general, he called himself freedom fighter. Hey man, like bro, man, don't put me in that kind of position where I can't handle. Why you bringing Ravi Highway business up on? I'm talking about the president. He said Ravi Highway. I don't want to touch on that engineer stuff. So go to your engineer then. Don't bring it to me. I'm not an engineer. I don't even get a GED. How you coming to bring Ravi Highway business here? I beg you, man, like bro, man. Let me talk about that. So let me tell you now, right? The reason why I continue to insist and I continue to say this president is doing good, that this president is good for us. He's seeking the interest of the Liberian people, future of the Liberian people. Okay? And then he said, Mr. So how? Okay. So on my other Tabata was talking here yesterday, and then Rescue 3 put a little hole in it. So I will take some of his thought that he brought in here yesterday, I will take it and use it now too. Prejudice. So go sue me. I tell somebody out here and you make it my own, go sue me. I say I already told you where the idea came from. Came from Rescue 2. I mean Rescue 3. So no, on a very serious note. Here's some of the reason why I said that. Guys, honestly, I send the link out. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do. And so, Mr. So, if you're listening to the Libra, please reshare the link for the analysts if they want to come on. But let's go on. Okay. So, the president, for me, he witnessed a war, and he know what war does to human being. He knows who are mostly affected by the war. Young people. He knows that. And the old people die as well very quickly because they have nothing whatsoever to help themselves. Let me bring in Dr. Mali. And so the president is saying, Dr. Mali, good evening. Thank you very much. You ain't got your glasses on. You can't see me. Put your glasses on so you can see me. I see you squinting your eyes like that. You can see me. Can you see how many fingers I got on? Now you can see. There we go. You coming to Cayenne and I like, yeah, you need glasses. But let me finish my statement. I'll come to you, Doc. Appreciate it. So the president is saying, I say now what the president is saying. Then you say, but were you there? So why? Even if I'm not there, I say the president said. The president is saying, we have all the ex-combatants. Our country is full of them, ex-fighters. And they are at their prime. They have not forgotten. Some of them used to use this fighting business as the only skill they have. Nothing right now. You saw the video from Niba. Those people, they're not working. Those are ex-general. And during the war, when they say, hey, they speak, the whole area shut down. They don't have that kind of power anymore. But yet still, they are able to maintain and respect for the order, respect for Liberia judicial system and the law. Okay? So when these people speak, those days, people listen. They can tell you, I want that man there and you're dead. I want that woman there and you're dead. They can't do that anymore. But they are there in Liberia. 40 plus thousand. They are there. So if these people who are now threatening, beating the war drum, yeah, Chief Harry, well, how you doing? How you doing? Way from Zwadru. Good evening. Thank you. I don't know if you want to join me and give us an update from Zwadru. Whatever is happening in Zwadru, we'd like to know that. If you have the opportunity to do so, please let me know and I will bring you on. But let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. So the president is saying we unleash this group. Definitely they're gonna give Guinean a serious match. Guinea not gonna walk over Liberia. But the president is asking the same question now. Say, okay, the war over. People ain't got job. The looting that gonna happen in Guinea, what do you do now? You're gonna bring in ML again? You're gonna bring all of the people, the national, international security to help us to guide the process again? No. These people come from war. You're able to control them. You cannot put a bike in the Guinea back in the battles. So how do you control the combatants who are just they help you now, drove Guinea back to what it's supposed to be. You say, okay, we got our point across. You come home. They ain't got no job. You're gonna say all your looting stuff, your guy in Guinea, you're not selling like bro because I loot that looting property. How are you gonna do that? How do you put this Guinea back in the battle? This is the future of the Republic of Liberia that the president is thinking about. And the president is telling us, we're going to do this here peacefully. Whether they may embarrass me or embarrass me, it's not about what the president is saying. It's about your future, Republic of Liberia. It's about your future. It's not about me. And I really, really do appreciate those of us who campaign for the president. I specifically. I'm very happy to have this president, to be the president at this time, the right person, the right time. I'm very happy. I got two now. Terry, good evening. Thank you very much. Let me pass on to Dr. Mali. Dr. Mali, thank you for joining me. We appreciate it. What's on your mind, sir? I'll take a break. My Tabata is going to be hot tonight, but I'll take a break. Let's hear Dr. Mali, who, when I talk Tabata, will be talking good thing here. Let's hear from you, Doc.
Well, thank you, Lever, and my greetings to the men of God. And I saw you taking some drastic disciplinary measure on one of the, I think, observer, who you said posted something, and I think it was in the right direction because we should know that we are running an international platform, and when people try to stray away from the direction the platform is heading, I think we need to bring one or two things, as a reminder. But back to this issue, I noticed we continue to spin this thing over and over and over and over. And I don't know whether we're making progress here. So my suggestion now is, what is the way forward now? Yes, I think this should be the area we should be looking at now. What is the way forward to prevent this thing from happening again? And from the way forward, because the whole thing is a bit confusing right now. Some people say it's mining, and they want to get this mining thing. Some people say it's land, and so they want to get the land. So the whole thing is confusing. So for me now, I think we should be discussing now on the way forward. So my suggestion would now be, first, there's a need for us to revisit this border line with this water here. Where do we stand?
Dr. Mali, let me interrupt you right away and ask you a question.
Mhm.
You're quite correct, but you want a way forward.
Mhm.
We ain't finished the first one yet, but you want a way forward. Now let me ask you now.
No.
If
What
you
the
want,
first
hold
one?
on, hold on now. You said you want us to have a conference, or what? Where you gonna have the conference when the people military in your country? How you
You
have the
you
conversation?
hear me talking about conference here?
No, I heard something about we have to find a way forward. What's the way forward when the people are
Now,
still
I'm
in your
saying,
country?
I said I was just talking about the way forward. I don't know where you came from with the issue of the conference. I never talk about conference here.
Okay, my fault. Go ahead.
Mhm.
Let's hear it.
Okay. I said, first of all, we need to revisit the border line. To
Yeah.
revisit the border line, we need to
Uh-huh.
ratify this colonial treaty. That's the
How
first
you
thing.
that my question? How you can even revisit the borderline when the people military is on your side? They
They are
refuse
not,
to go back.
no. Listen, when you are revisiting, or when you try to ratify the treaty, you're not going to Guinea. You're
Mm-hmm.
calling third party in. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Forget about the
Mm-hmm.
border. Let it be there. No
Okay. All right.
problem.
Now, okay,
Once,
that's a point.
yeah,
Okay.
once our people there, they're not frightening them. You know, one thing I noticed, the people are just stationed to that particular spot. It's not like they're moving around, expanding their territory, and our people running from the other villages. I don't know about that. I don't think it's happening. So they can be there. Let's get third party in. And our argument now is to relitigate this borderline. Let's see exactly where it falls, where we are. I saw a cornerstone on one of the media show. They said that cornerstone since 1907. I don't see that cornerstone to be 1907. It's like someone just put that cornerstone there recently. And there was a guy there trying to educate those of us that were watching that this side is for Guinea. And this, he did not even introduce himself to find out whether he's from lands and mine or whatsoever. He was just explaining. So what I want to do now, let us ratify this treaty, because there's confusion. Oh, you're supposed to be this way. Oh no, you're supposed to be this side. Oh, where the sand coming from is our side. So I think third party need to come in now. That should be the way forward. For the Guinean who sitting down there, let it be there. For now, let it be there to keep the tension down. And I let how His Excellency is going about doing the whole thing. You see? So let's be clear now. When there's the arbitration coming up, or we're taking a complaint, let's take the complaint. Or want for people to come in to talk, let's first of all start with we started with the Mano River Union. It looking at not working. Right after that conference, the Guinean went back to the border. So now we're moving to ECOWAS.
ECOWAS already issued statement.
Okay, fine. No, you see, this is the problem I always find with ECOWAS. ECOWAS will never come and find out the detail and the dynamic of the situation. Issuing statement will pass that line.
African Union already issued statement.
So what is statement for now? The statement gonna solve the problem?
No, they're telling us they're telling us and Guinea to find peaceful way to resolve the situation.
If they will find peaceful way, what I'm saying as the way forward, let's file in a formal complaint, oh man. This statement, you find a way forward, it's not working. Our Excellency just went to that place. The next day, the Guinean went back to that place again. We can't be doing that. So the way forward, let's file in a formal complaint.
Thank you.
Yes.
Let's hear from you, Terry. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. What's on your mind?
Oh yeah, Dr. Malik. Good evening, and to the liberal himself, the political guru.
Thank you.
Rescue number one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's good to be here.
Terry, you got 20 minutes.
all the accolades.
Terry, you got 20 minutes. Let me relax.
Actually, my attention is drawn to two major things. Right? One is with the position of the justice minister on the media, right? I think I'm in support with that, with the statement of the justice minister, with the carelessness of some media practitioner that try to do all kind of stuff and use this particular scenario to bring panic and pandemonium in the country. I think that is not right. And I think it's time that the government take a stand because we are not in normal times anymore. Then number two is the propaganda we're hearing, or the rumor, I would say, about Yeke Koloba going to be pending expulsion from the House of Rep due to his stance or due to his statement allegedly that he made concerning the borders. And I think, in my opinion, that Yeke, in as much as I did not agree with the statement he made, I think his statement was more or less political. And being a lawmaker, they have some kind of a law that protects them under their law and the regulation.
The Constitution protect them. So don't
protect them.
I don't mean to interrupt, but if they do that to Yeke will lay down for 2-3 months. How you ain't going to work and sue them to Supreme Court. Supreme Court will reinstate
That's the thing.
So paying the bike pay.
And that is why I don't want the government to pay attention on that and use this time to use that political stuff they were doing with Kofa and start to try to pay plenty of money to lawmaker when you should have been redirecting that money to see how best you can curtail the narrative that is at the border. Your attention should be on what is going on. This is the main thing. This is the focus everybody looking at. Yeke is a distraction. Forget about what he's saying and pay attention to what is ahead of you. I don't know why people don't choose what. And I see some of our people, some of the people that support the go, oh yeah, Yeke, because you already have some kind of animosity against Yeke. This is not the time for that. Focus and prioritize your main target and deal with it. Because the moment you start shifting now, lawmakers then come and start getting money for them to remove Yeke. The next thing, it become a political stuff. After which, Yeke will become one of the most powerful politicians in the country. You see, so in my opinion, I think if that is what they're thinking on, I think they need to redirect the energy to something more important than to focus on him. I think those are the 2 points I have on my own.
Well, thank
But
you. Thank you very much. The second point you're making about Yaka Koluba, first of all, if they try anything with Yaka Koluba will just relax for 2 to 3 months without doing anything. And then he will go to Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court will reinstate Yaka Koluba quickly, and they will get him back pay. So that one, their part, they're on their own. You know, the thing about it, Terry, and that will be the second part of the conversation tonight. It's about the government himself. This government, for some reason, like I always say, for example, me as an engineer, President Baka invite me to join him as an engineer, not to join him to be a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. Not to join him to be a medical doctor. I have no clue in those areas. They hire me in my field. First of all, if you hire me to go somewhere else, I will tell you no. God, well, now I don't want to embarrass myself. That's not my area. I'm an educated person. I should be able to manage places and things like that. But I must have some sort of a knowledge in that area for me to effectively manage the thing. Now, if I was to be asked to come and be as an engineer, work with the president from an engineering perspective on engineering issue, I will do whatever it takes to make sure that we're successful because that's my area. I should be able to come up with strategy that will benefit Liberia from an engineering perspective. And I'm saying all of these things, there are people who President Baka invited to work with him. Let's go with the Minister of Information. From the layman position, Minister of Information, you're supposed to provide information to people that what is it? Minister of Information. Why is it that this thing is not front and center with these people? You go right now, there's a guy that put up a video from Guinea. It's on Guinea TV every day. This topic. The Guineans are beating it in the people's mind, in their people, in their citizen head, that they are right. And once that thing it take root in the minds of the citizen that the government of the Republic of Guinea is right, they will do everything to defend it. But on our side, we don't hear these people talk about it. It's not like just let's wait until press briefing. The president should be told we need, because this thing, if you don't go to war, you're going to have to be a diplomatic resolve. And how do you do that? Through information process. The world is watching you. What Guinea say? Guinea is saying they're going all the way back to 1800 on their TV show. They are claiming the land based on 1800 map. Liberia not even talking about it. All they're talking about is we're going to go through it. Yeah, go through it. And that's why you have players. It's like a team. You're the midfielder. You're supposed to go hustle the ball. So you pass the ball on to the striker to score. You're the defender. It's your job to make sure nobody passes your line to go score. So who are those people that have the responsibility to pass the info? You don't have to leak out the secret of what you plan to do or what you're doing. But you have to bring your people along with you.
But labor 1800 Guinea was found there. I don't know why.
No. Well, that's why Guinea was saying that they said they're going by 1800 map. They say between that map was established between France and what's it and England.
That Tabata, France,
I know that
time Guinea was established as a country.
I know that Tabata. So who's coming from our side now to say that these are the kind of thing we're hearing from our brothers and sisters in Guinea, and we want to debunk those things? Who's doing that? Nobody. So all of the Liberians that are on the border of Guinea who can speak the French, they're now taking this and they don't see nothing coming from our side. They say maybe then Guinea is right. The people go over there and start singing song. Terry, these are the people that are cutting the president's legs down. But one of the things that I know about that I really appreciate about President Waka is that he's standing firm. He has not given an inch of that land to Guinea. Even though he's going through the diplomatic process and trying to resolve it peacefully, but he has not given an inch to Guinea to say, okay, you want that, take it, let's move on. No, 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 no. Let's hear from you, Dr. Mali.
Yeah, there's one of the agenda that was introduced by Terry, but anyway, when he get into it, then maybe I will come in with my input, so I can jump the gun. But I think liberal, you just emphasize on one of the very fundamental issue with our communication system in Liberia. I agree with you 100%. You see, information among the common people in Liberia, and the information continue to circulate, people tend to believe it.
Exactly.
You see? And so even if I lie on you and you're not coming back to tell me the other side of the story, this thing just continue for a long time, people will just believe it. And the time you will take to come back, people will say, oh man, you try to make a story.
Yeah.
You see? So I agree with you 100%. So the issue now is, it's about time that the Information Ministry and LBS to go beyond press briefing and press.
This is when you're supposed to do fact and fiction.
Any
story.
Well, I don't know much about that.
I'm just saying.
No, you dragging me to a different era. I don't know much about
I'm just saying. You can disagree with me.
You know, fact and fiction can give people a job in Liberia. But what I'm driving out here is this, Liberia. It's about time that we look at our population, read our population, study them, and see what kind of information good for them and what channel. Okay? I don't know, Liberia, have you been following Daros and JB Song? Have you been following those two boys?
No.
Okay. They got two boys in Liberia. I think the men ago I've seen it. These people, they have simplified communication in Liberia, to be very frank with you. Even the market woman will understand what President Barker is doing. First of all, the way they dress. Secondly, the way they jump on their explanation. Tell them the drama they can create to even attract your attention alone. You see, you'll be forced to pause. Yeah, what they got to say. Even they start clapping their hands and running up and down. The JBN son, in fact, he can run. The last time he was to LBS, the boy ran into LBM, I mean, from room to room, talking about sitting tight, the pin alone, the other one. You know, it captured my attention. The conference room, even the window glasses. This is the kind of information that people want to be seeing. You see? So I agree with you. So the question now is, can LBS and the information minister diversify our communication mechanism to meet the expectation of our people on the grassroots level? Like before the Civil War, I think it was when Taylor came. I don't know what a men of God were in Liberia. They had a guy that used to operate a big billboard and billboard. He would write on it, summarize the news. I saw that thing in Lakpasi.
They still do that.
Very good. Those are the channels now.
Junction, right? The FE Junction.
Very good.
It's still there.
Okay. Those are the era LBS and the ministry need to invest in. Take that into all the community. Even take it in the Leeward County. I call it making communication simple for the ordinary grassrooter. If I don't have money to buy the newspaper, the man will just do it and put it in simple English on our board that people reading it. Libra, you will not believe those things have impact on people. I'm telling you. And even these two boys that carry on the way they carry on their communication, employ them. Put them in the ministry. to their LBS and empower them so that they take that into the Leeward County. You see? So I agree with you 100%. Our people, beside press briefing, press release, that's it. That's it. And we need to go beyond that. To be very frank with you, the press briefing in the hall there, they are all good things. But are they meeting the expectation of our people down the line? The answer is no. That press briefing is for men of God, myself, you, and the panelists. Okay, we'll look at it, we'll analyze it, this and that. The market women, do they have time for press briefing? No. Those are the people that are supposed to be voting. You see, the pimping boys, the motorboat boys, do they read newspaper? They don't have time for all the kind of thing. Few people read newspaper in that town. So when you bring it at their level, then the communication starts. You see? So I want for us to put our people in perspective, review our communication mechanism, look at our messages to see whether it will resonate with the people down there. And if the government employ this strategy and get some directed to the information ministry and that of LBS, I think we'll be going somewhere. So I agree with you for the first time, Libra. Thanks on the stage on that one.
Wow.
I know the CEO gonna bash me for that. But
yeah, you're gonna have a problem with you.
Yes.
Because Libra just for the CEO.
I agree with you, Libra. And to add to that, I noticed all the ministry in Liberia, including the corporation, they have got a public relations department. So what the public relations department needs to do is to digest the news. Every Friday, you call a conference because they have small population, and you explain to them about what the government is doing. This is the role, and not just making press releases and sending it out, more and you take paycheck. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not the information minister, but people are really going to work in our country. Thank you, Libra.
Thank you. Yeah, you're quite correct, Dr. Malik. It's the information process that is really hurting. But let's hear from you, Terry, then we can move on to the next subject matter.
You see, let me say this. What Dr. Malik is saying is very important. But, and the information minister, in my opinion, we got to also consider the information minister have been complaining his budget one way or the other, indirectly or directly. He been complaining.
Terry, let me interrupt you right away.
Terry, myself,
hold on, Dr. Malik. Let me interrupt you.
No, the Libra myself will interrupt you.
So,
Terry is coming again.
This is an intellectual platform. You know that. If the man have issue, let him resign.
Libra.
Simple as that.
Libra, that man is the best information minister now. Let me tell you something.
Amount 5 point something million.
Yes.
Terry?
Libra, Liberian politics is not for the feeble. And one of the things the opposition doing to him, and that's why I see, they're trying to stress him up for him to corner him. Because they saying when they come, say, oh, that man cause and power cause. When they come, because they want to reduce his momentum, because they know he's very powerful in resisting. And for me, the only thing I can have problem with him at times, but his strategy of resisting the opposition in the way he expressed himself is what making him to be the most talked about information minister in the country. In fact, for me, why I'm saying the most talked about man, that man that Edwin Snow supposed to be telling us how our information minister is supposed to speak. Man that Edwin Snow, what we already know who he is already. So here's the thing. The only thing I have problem with is this. Sometimes they don't give us the information that necessary. That what Dr. Mali said. You can change a strategy. You bring in other people, like what Dr. Mali said, the LBS. You bring in, the thing is happening to Kwanu Bone in Lofa. Get some Kisi people, let us speak Kisi. Get Mandingo people, let us speak Mandingo. You see, get other tribes. Let it go on the radio and speak to the people in the dialect. Because everybody is not going to be listening to Geraldine Pierre speaking big book and reading here and Daniel Sanders speaking big book over there. Right? So that platform is good, but it's good for the intellectuals. So you have to advance it through the LBS that will have programs set up to ease the tension of the people in the country by speaking the data. Say, oh yeah, this is what the information minister say, oh, that everybody should be. This is what the justice minister say, oh, this is what they in various dollars to keep the people tension down and control the narrative of the media. That's the reason why you are over there. You see? So, but when it comes to him being robust on the opposition, I give it to him. If the opposition is not complaining about the information minister, your government is weak. That was one of the way the weaken Georgia government. That one of the way the weaken Georgia government. You see, because the weaken the first target they targeted was Fagon. When Fagon used to go do a fast verification, Fagon used to have enough people. He started talking something, and when the embassy gave that statement against him, the opposition picked up that and used it against them. And how Georgia started putting him on the sideline. When the time came, the opposition narrative became the narrative in the people's ear. So in Liberian politics, you need a robust information minister that will challenge the narrative of the day and do not bend to the rules and caprices of the narrative of the opposition. Otherwise, your government is finished. People telling you, say, oh, you know, the information minister, the man is rude, the man is this, the man is that, the man not supposed to be there. So who's saying it now? And the opposition saying it? The opposition saying it. So what kind of information minister you need? You need an information minister that will say, oh, you know, or this is how it's supposed to be, and we're talking the right thing, and this is this, to that kind of slow, feminine way. Labour, they will overwhelm you. Name me one information minister in Liberia, even under Doe regime, under the previous regime, that were weak and the government became successful. Show me one. Because I know Buya was not a lazy information minister. He was an intellectual that could engage the issue.
No, but man of God, I think you're missing a point.
But Dr. Mali, let me remind him what we're talking about. For example, on the Guinea TV, they brought people Mandingo.
I agree with you. That's why I support.
They brought people Gisi. They're speaking Gisi, claiming the land belonged to them. Then they were speaking the language, and the Gisi in Liberia get their point because they understand. Mandingo in Liberia get the point because they understand it. Our folks are not doing that. That's why we're asking Dr. Mali, go ahead.
100% agree.
Yeah, I think the man of God is making some salient point, but I think the Labour myself, we never said the information minister were weak. I don't know whether we ever said that.
No, I didn't say you said that. I was just giving my own narrative on how I think about it.
Okay. Yeah. Because what I know here is that the Ministry of Information should be in a position to manufacture stories. They should be in a process of counteracting opposition that cannot go away. They should be able to have strategy for the elites. They should be able to have strategy, like, for instance, the press briefing. We need vernacular people there to do press briefing too in other vernacular languages. Not just the English for the diplomats. Then the other wing here is LBS. It's the talking wing of the government. All right? But Falcon is telling us until they finish beautifying our building, then before they start working, Falcon has got problem in our area there. Put this thing into place. Let us start working now. By the time the bidding is done, we know what kind of program is coming. Right? We know what kind of program is coming. Now, LBS relay most of their thing through other through other smaller radio station in Liberia. You see, which of course is a good thing. But I think what we are seeing here now is about time to diversify these things. Like, for instance, the information minister I agree with you. He got a very good strategy in tackling the opposition. That's good. We can't do away with that. We need to expand it. Like for instance, Nuclear Town, the CDC birthplace, as I was told, according to sources. People there living with misinformation from in the morning until the next day, even a year and so many years. So you got one station there, and 75% of the broadcast relay down there will be in Crew and Grable. No English, maybe 5% English. That's it. And you make sure you do that thing in the morning, you do it in the afternoon, you do it in the night. Then what you do, you create an information chaos in the market. Then at some point, you tell the market women it's about to take a break and listen to what the government is doing. Then you do your survey in our market and see how many try dominating in our market there. Let's assume the people dominating in our market there. The lead pronouncer that will be a better broadcaster. You see? And when you practice this type of thing and take it to election, okay, you win the election already. So there's a need to diversify the information, bring it down to the common people level. But what the information minister is doing is good. We're not saying that it's very good. They should continue it. But the diversification, and Falcon need to wake up. I see Falcon on social media whole day. Now he talking about fact and fiction. We pass that level now. The market women, they don't understand our terminology. And even some of us who still going to school, we still don't even understand that. So even create a little communication cell in a very university. All right? And your carrier and somebody network band there to be educating people about what's happening. Like what the JMB song and Makura song doing in our town is very good. And those are the places maybe the diasporas can even be spending some money to help the kids move on. Get in car, get in 1 or 2 security, let it go jumping all around. And by the time they start jumping in the village, people will come to see because they think that they're man crazy. But you got to act crazy. By the time they come and you get in the information, you move to the next village.
Thank you. Again, folks, Samson told La Public Radio. I'm here again tonight with Dr. Male. And Terrence Collins is also here helping us with the information. We will be opening the line here, but give us some time. So, Terry, let's move on to the other subject matter. The issue of
no, Libra. Terry brought his subject matter. You want dance? You want dance? I said.
Let it go flow.
Maybe. Tonight you heard Dr. Mari say he agree with me. I don't want no confusion.
Oh God!
So that we hear myself.
The labor move to that. You're looking at that part one. It's not
on. So Dr. Mari, what you say? What's Dr. Mari say you want to discuss?
No, Terry brought a subject matter. I had a contribution there, but I thought you want to come in and elaborate on it.
Why? We're listening.
Yeah, Terry was first of all praising the justice minister for the position the justice minister to come high on the press is. I think this is one sector the justice minister tampering with the press is going to give the government a very bad name. Because first thing, they will say they have come to suffocate the press. First thing, they say press restriction. And these are the international community that the language there, they don't let you hear that kind of thing. And you playing with the press. When you lose some poster going to jail. So what I would want to suggest here is that the justice minister, like what the man of God said, can make a case. All right? Especially the people carrying on misleading information and other things, they can make a case from maybe certain New Light or from certain journalists or from the print media. They can make a case, say, look, this particular story is misleading. And they can make the case to the PUL, the Press Union of Liberia, because that's the body that oversees the broadcast press the print press, and all of this stuff. So you make a case there, then you people have a conference, you see, because it will not look good. You start carrying information, but don't forget, we also have propaganda media. The opposition get their own propaganda machinery moving. Nothing wrong with that. The only problem wrong with that is that if the opposition media is carrying false propaganda that will incite the people or allow us to go to war, well, then we all got to be heading out to the Supreme Court. But the government will have to do its own work properly on that, because they have the right to exist, and they have the right to talk, and they have the right to share their view. But the information, like for instance, well, Yeka Koluba, you were on one radio station, he said that in there, and the people replay on Spoon TV that I play for Guinea. You see? So it's like he's rearming these people now. He said, even the people in Liberia, they have confessed. Even their lawmaker, they say now that they learn for us. You see? So that was a terrible statement on the part of Yeka Koluba. He tried to defend it. You see? So assuming opposition that made that statement, the justice minister got to take that opposition to tax to prove it that a piece of land is for Guinea. Yes, they got to prove it, because they are inciting, and it could lead to something else between the two governments. So that's what I'm saying. So if the justice minister get all the evidences they claim to have, they can make a case with a PUL. They all have a conference, and if something that is negative, the government can go to court. Yes, because if you're not responsible enough to get responsible story, you're using the print media to lie, you're using your FM station to lie, we can take you on, but the justice minister cannot take them on directly. It will have different interpretation. So that's why I wanted to suggest.
Thank you. Go ahead, Terry.
But Dr. Martin, that's exactly what the justice minister said today. The justice minister said, if you do not do what you're supposed to do, we will take you to court. He said, we'll take you to the law. He didn't say, I'm going to apprehend you directly or like brutalize you, beat you in the street and all of that. He said, we'll use the channel of the law. But the justice minister was stringent because he's trying to control the narrative, because we are not in normal times. So the justice minister is saying that you can report, but make sure that your reportage carrying valid information. That's all. You must be valid. Do not create a scene that does not exist. Like today we saw another like you talk about the AR videos and stuff like that. We saw somebody posting something, they digging, somebody using shovel, one Guinean using the shovel to dig all the 1916 or 1908 or cornerstone from in the ground.
Yes, I saw that thing. Yeah.
And that was an AR video. Those are the things he's talking about, because those things can create panic. It can create, fear. And people will start going head or scatter, trying to buy stuff to say, oh, something coming, the people coming and all the kind of thing. People posting AR video of war tanks and Moa coming with the Guinean flag and all the kind of thing. And many people don't have the opportunity to verify that, because you need internet, all the kind of stuff. People don't go and look at internet. I mean, they don't have money to buy data to go verify whether that thing is true or not. Once you post that thing, it appeals to the minds of the people that this is what is happening. So somebody will run in the town and go say, oh, you see, this is why the people coming, and that will cause panic. So we're all saying the same thing. But like you said something very important here. All right, those cell groups that the information ministry and the LBS need to establish in the country to better disseminate information adequately can only be held when you have money. Let's go to the budget and look at what is in the budget for the information ministry and what is in the budget for the LBS. Because in order to get all of those things that you're talking about to be effective and effectual, you need capacity. You need money. Go look at the budget and see how much money there for these people. you will find out that the people don't have much.
Man of God. Man of God. I
Because
agree
all
with
the people
you.
you're trying to bring in those places, they need to be paid. If you want these people to keep information dissemination, is not cheap. It's expensive.
Man of God. This is a low-class communication strategy. The lowest class communication strategy. You can find it nowhere. So there is no way, there's no budget in there. And besides that, the issue you just brought about the justice ministry, I don't think it is his place to say what he said today. I agree. Now going back to the laborer again. The information minister supposed to be making that case, beating that
You
drum.
see, Leroy, you want to talk about
You
it
see?
because Leroy
No,
already
but no,
know
Lebron know I
that you
ain't
own
come
your
tonight.
side. No,
I
I know
told him,
Leroy know that you own his side.
you see, that the same thing Lebron was talking. I agree with him again. The information minister should have been beating that kind of drum. People making AR, a board. Then when the information, when they craft all these strategy, they pass it over to Fagon. So instead of Fagon going on his farm, brushing, eating chicken and all that kind of thing, getting in a car, giving press, we're tired of all that kind of thing. You see, the budget is there. This is a low-class approach to communication, looking at our people's status in our country. You see, there's a
Dr.
person
Male,
there.
do you
There's a
know how much it
no,
costs
no,
to do
no.
communication of that manner and of
No,
that
it's
sort?
simple. It's simple. You don't
No,
even
you
know, man
you
of
need
God. You don't
training.
need
You
$1 million
need
to do that.
you do. You need more than
No,
that.
you
You're
don't
dealing with
need
over
it.
5 million people.
Let me tell you something. You
You
don't even
disseminating
listen
information
to
of
me.
that magnitude to
You
5
don't
million
even need.
people.
You don't
Then you
even
say
need.
you
No.
don't need $1 million to do that?
Listen to me, man of God. You don't even need a Liberian to go to the mass comm department to graduate from University of Liberia with degree to do that. The children that are jumping up and down, they are simplifying communication in our country there. And like I pay attention to them. Then most of the Facebook things are coming. I'm telling you.
Dr. Male, those children make many mistakes.
No.
They can make many mistakes.
No.
They're good,
Listen,
but they
man.
need training.
Yeah, you and myself.
They
No.
need
That the training now coming messing up. Let it go the way they're doing it. They're doing it the traditional way. It's okay like that. The
But
mistake
then
they're
they cannot
making.
be in the governmental cycle. If they're going into
No,
government
listen now.
cycle, they have to be doing it professionally.
No, they're not
They
going the
can't be doing it
governmental.
like the way they're
They're
doing
not
it.
going the governmental cycle. We want a low class, low level approach of communication. You and myself seeing the error. The bulk of the people out there, they're not seeing the error. That's okay. Let them move on. Okay? Let them move on. Even the English they can be speaking. Some of them can be speaking broken English. It's okay. It resonating with the people on the ground. It resonating with the motor boy, with the motorcyclist. It resonating with the market women. It's not
You got a
resonating
point.
with you and myself.
All right, guys. Let me welcome Walter Carter.
Oh,
Let's see
Lebron,
what
lead that man. He coming bring tapa here. We're talking something good here tonight.
nobody
Thank you.
matter. Let's hear from him. Walter Carter, thank you for joining the winter. What's on your mind?
Thank you, the Libra. Thank you very much. I would like to say hi to Dr. Male and Terry. Nice conversation here. Something caught my attention today. I think Terry, I came in. I heard Terry talking a little bit about it concerning what came from the government, like we have to crack down on freedom of the press, freedom of speech. I think that is not right. If the government refused to give the Liberian people information, the people will find their own information and they will believe what they believe. So I think the government owe it to themselves to go out there and get the right information and give it to Liberian people. Liberian people thirsty for information. They are hungry for information, especially in these crucial times that we are experiencing. You have a government that one minute the information minister, and I listen to Dr. Mali and all that Terry. One minute the very people that crying that, oh, don't carry fake news, don't carry this kind of not good for the country, but they're giving you information that is so wrong. You got a president that went to a summit or to a peace talk, signed an agreement, and they came back and said everything is okay. The next day, you see, instead of the people withdraw from where they took over, I mean took the place over, They were moving in that place in the droves. And then the information minister comes and say, oh, this is a manner of withdrawing. Hey man, tell me your sense, in your own sense, man. How people can well, just sit down and say the same thing. How can people be withdrawing at the same time deploying? And I said that thing on the show here the last time. You understand? So the information ministry, whether it is from Eugene Vagon, whether it is from Geraldine Pierre, or whoever, Sano Johnson, whoever the people are giving the information out to Liberian people, they're not doing Liberian people justice. So you got now people who concerned about their family, people in that era, those people who live in the Foya era, taking to the street, to the butchers to go and verify things that are happening in that part of the country. And so people will give their report. This is the issue in. You cannot sanction them to threaten the people and say, oh, when you do that, you not do that with the law will hold you responsible. The law ain't got nothing to hold nobody responsible. And that's the bad thing the government even pronounced because it's called dictatorship creeping in our society. You have to give the people the right information because the people are going to go and verify. Everybody in Liberia now got a phone. They can go and they can verify. Don't forget, yesterday, people were giving information out on social media left and right about the former administration. And it was all good because people wanted transparency in the media. People wanted to get information. Nobody was cracking down, say, oh, when you get the information, we'll do this to you, we'll do that to you. Why are they doing it today? Why? Because the government is not effective in giving information out to its people. And when you don't have that effectiveness, the people will find their own information. And that's where the problem is. Don't come out and tell the people, say, you can't do this, you can't do that. No. We didn't see people walk with suitcases on their head from that part of the country. We have not seen that. We have not seen Lofian, who lived in Foya, complaining about that. We saw if a government official going up there interacting with Guineans, so your own Liberian soil. We didn't see that. So where the lie coming from? There's no lie in it. All you have to do, give the people the right information. The right information will be something that Liberian people either they will accept or they will say, no, we have to deal with certain things. Let's do it. Let's deal with it. But at the end of the day, if you don't give the people information, they will find their own information and they will believe what they find. Thank you.
Thank you. Terry, let's hear from you.
Yeah, so Keto, during your time, the country was not in the state it's in now. You know, they were not in the condition they're in now. So you cannot compare the time you're talking about to now. Right now, we are at a stage wherein we could go to war anytime. The government is taking a position that any nation would take in time like this. Even Guinea. Right now, there are certain news you can't even put on the wire in Guinea. Let what Sierra Leone. But Liberia is so free that people can just jump and do anything they feel they're doing and feel that how it's supposed to be. These are not normal times. If you're talking about normal times and, everything is fine,
But this is
that's
your
a good
second
thing.
time. Terry, let me hold you to that. And I want you to explain a little bit better on the or more. Not better, but more on it. Expand on that more. When you say these are not normal time, what exactly are you talking about? Why is it not a normal time?
Because another country military have been pushed on our land intentionally with armed men. Temporarily, we are at war. The only difference is that we the way in which we choose to handle it.
So are you suggesting that the Constitutional Republic of Liberia has been suspended?
Not yet.
But if
It
it's
don't
not been
have to be.
suspended, if it's not yet being suspended, why would the Minister of Justice and other people try to curtail the freedom of other Liberians?
The Minister of Justice is not trying to suppress freedom of speech. The Minister of Justice is saying that you have to be careful, media entities, as to what kind of information you put out there. Because if you
So
put the information that you're
are you
not supposed to put there, we will take you to court.
so are you suggesting that the Minister of Information, Minister of Justice, now should be the one to give out media content that need to be published?
He didn't say that he's the one giving out media content. He's saying that The Minister of Justice is responsible to fight crimes.
So let's go a little bit.
He's under the responsibility to tackle crimes and
Let's go a
criminal
little.
activities.
Let's go a little bit into that. What are some of the things from your perspective? And forget about Minister of Justice, but from your perspective, because this is our second time, and I think you're very serious about it. What are some of the things now from your perspective that perhaps that the minister or even you would deem um unsuitable for the public consumption?
Consumption. Yeah. So, like for example, now, right? People making statements, people making sarcastic statement like we need to go to war. Like you hearing the statements of threats on the Guineans from
Hmm.
Liberians. You seeing statement like people putting AR content that could instill fear and pandemonium
And
in the
your,
minds of
your
people.
your position is for the justice minister to police that type
No,
of social media.
my position is not for him to police, but he have the right under the law. He's in power because he's the country attorney. He has the ability to empower to make sure come down with stringent measures that will curtail and restrict any act that will
What are
create
some of the
instability
stringent
in the
measures that
country.
you have in mind?
But that
Be
like the
careful
stringent
before you
measure
turn
that
to better yara tonight. I beg
no,
you.
I'm not
All
going to
right.
Bella Yarasa
Okay.
in as
What
much as
what
I
are some of
know
the what are
that
some of the stringent position that
yeah, the stringent measure is just what he said that if you recreate a content that will instill fear and pandemonium in the people, like what happened in Gigali, in or how you call it, Rwanda, where the journalists went and
but
said something
Terry,
like
do
that.
you truly believe we're there yet?
It's possible that we can be there at any moment from now. The
Okay.
tension is building up at the border. You don't know that, Labor.
No,
You're
I
not
know that.
following. So
I
the
know that.
tension is building up. There's a possibility that anything could happen from now. It's possible we could wake up tomorrow morning and hear people launching. Why? Because
I'm
if we
pushing you.
do not control the narrative of the media dissemination of information, there's a possibility that we might likely go to war
Okay.
in physical terms.
So how do you control uh those who publish on social media but live outside of Liberia? How do you control them?
Well, obviously, you cannot control people who publish stuff but live outside of Liberia. But you must also understand that those who live outside of Liberia also have are in countries that your government can, if they have suitable
You just
communication with.
throw all the you ain't got money to pay minister to pay the ministry, but now you want a justice ministry to send people outside of the country or engage other country to see
Oh
first
yeah,
before you
foreign.
yeah
You
in
got
order for you to engage foreign country to carry out your message first of all have to be something that their constitution can tolerate.
but that's what we say. If you have a good rapport with other countries around the
No,
world,
even if you do,
but
and what you're requesting, if it is not in line with our constitution,
No, but
they're not gonna enforce it.
but then labor
labor,
is not going to change
labor.
anything. But you can control
Let me
what
make an
comes
input
into
here.
your airspace. You can block it. You can intercept information that does not
Oh
commensurate
wow,
with what going on
wow,
in your
Terry,
airspace.
you're really
No,
threatening
I'm
to
not Bella
withdraw.
Yala.
Labor,
Terry
But
have become a
what
fanatic.
I'm not Bella
labor.
Yala, but what I'm
Let me make an
careful
input
about
here.
is my country must not go to war.
Okay.
Yeah, labor.
All right, let's hear from you, Doc. But I want you guys to be mindful. And I'm getting ready to put the number up, so
Yes,
you might be in
I
the middle.
just
You might be in the middle of making a statement, and we will call you to hurt why the colors are calling. Again, folks, Samson told Labra Pablito, Dr. Mali, Terry Collins, and then Winter Carter is here with us tonight. And let's give us a call here 916-533-2048. Go ahead, Doc. Let's hear from you.
yes, I think the men of God will need to temper the temperature a little bit. You cannot be holding CDC legs to the fire at the same time, making some suggestion in the same direction. You see? Yes. And the correction I wanted to make here is that The justice minister, he's not a journalist. For him to be coming down with punitive measure, this and that, that abuse of power. We have institutions that are responsible to bring the media to book. First of all, you're starting with the PUL that is responsible for the media institutions in Liberia.
But Doc, let me hold you right there then. So how do you know that this justice minister have not engaged PUL in making these kinds of statement, public pronouncement?
No.
How do you know that he has not engaged
I have
PUL?
not read in any of the newspaper where we get our credible stories from. But what I'm driving out here is that he is not a journalist. All these things we're talking about, the case should be put into motion by the Ministry of Information.
So let me hold you there. Let me hold you right there. Then, is at what point that the fact that we're going through these things, at what point the social media needs to be informed of their responsibility to make sure they give credible information, and if not, the government or the people or whoever it is need to take some action. At what point these things will be necessary then?
Well, before I get to that, don't also forget that there's freedom of expression and freedom of speech, and it's permeating the media agency in Liberia.
Right.
So the information minister, when the question at what point, the information minister is supposed to be on top of a game. You're supposed to have knowledgeable information ministers, deputies. They're supposed to be on top of their game journalistically to detect what are those information are going out there that are fake. What are those information are going out there that will create tension? They should
information going out on who platform? On the
Pardon
social
me?
media?
Pardon me?
Who platform the information going out that perhaps you
the information minister supposed to have their own platform that we will get LBS for.
Okay.
So you're saying
fine. So you're saying that the information ministry, the LBS, should be able to control their own narrative. But that's a good point. The question I'm asking is, at what point that the justice minister will try to warn Liberia and the entire social media to be responsible in their publication? At what point do they do that?
Very good. At the point where the justice minister has done due diligence to some misinformation and have summoned these guys through the press union, and they have a conference, and the Ministry of Information can make a case, and they make that case, and if that case has any portion that has something to do with the law or breaking the law or carrying misinformation, the Ministry of Information, it is not the legal arm of the government. You have to refer that now to the Justice Ministry. Then the Justice Ministry will look at the merit and the demerit. Then they're going to file on behalf of the government. So the ministry can come in to also suggest to the Justice Ministry, say, based on the gravity of the situation, we're seeking your advice and consent. We are going to deny this man their operational lesson, or we're going to withdraw it. But even with that, you got to be careful, because they can also go to court and challenge you. What you do, you bring the justice minister in to do the dirty work. But you must have a very good case. Do you know why the Ministry of Information is not going that route? Because maybe they can't prove it, or they don't have the expertise to prove it. So the justice minister now got to come in to say something. So I don't blame the justice minister. He got to come in and start doing somebody's job.
So let's go to Walter. Let me hold you right there. Let's go to Mr. Carter. Walter Carter, I think you most likely going to differ with these. It seemed like Dr. Mali initially tried to somehow distance himself, but he's now somehow wagging his tail and coming back to
distance myself from where?
Well, where now? Let me make my point. Let me make my point now.
You can do that.
I'm calling Walter Carter. That's how I want to phrase this thing.
It's my opinion to phrase it.
No, you say I tested
Dr.
myself.
Male,
I even wagging my tail. Is
yeah,
that true?
I think I can say that because from the initial stage, you
Uh-huh.
were the very first person who
Uh-huh.
tried to rebuff Terry Collins' statement, and
No,
now
no,
and
no.
hold on now,
I
Dr. Male.
understand
Let me.
the,
You
the
will
red
come
arm
back.
of
You
the
will
red
come,
arm of
Dr.
the
Male.
society should come in.
Listen, you will come back to defend your position.
But
Let
look
me
what
go to
you keep
Walter
making you
Carter.
keep
I'm
me
coming
bringing
to
me
you.
black like this. You almost
Dr.
with everybody
Male,
dancing.
Dr. Male, you will come back to defend your position. Walter Carter, let me come to you. Initially, Dr. Male was one of those who was backing,
Oh my God.
severely backing at Terrence Collins' statement. But we see now that
Oh.
he's now wagging his tail and gravitating towards Terry's statement. But I believe you will have something different to say on that. Let's hear from you, Walter Carter.
Yeah, so Dr. Mali has always been the one to flip flop, water down his
You see now,
conversation. I
now
mean,
I
you put
open the
red
door.
you put red meat in the member now. Now, now you put red meat in the member.
he watered down his statement when he pushed to the wall, especially going against the rescue agenda
Oh my
from the from
goodness.
the from the from the rally. I know you're afraid of Goa, a fire tornado. You're afraid, but anyway, look. On a serious note, in either way, the government cannot and should not even talk. The fact that they even start to think about trying to sanction people's voices and the freedom of speech, the freedom of press, is to tell you the government has no solution to this problem in our country. The government is jammed. The government does not know how to handle it, and so they're finding all means to tell the people, say, keep silent. Let's just forget about what happened, keep silent. And that's not a good thing for our country. The fact that we have our people traveling with their suitcases on their heads from the town that they used to live in, because foreign forces or foreign troops are sitting down there right now, is sad. And if the government cannot acknowledge that, if the government cannot give the people some form of clarity, if the government cannot come to Liberian people and be honest with them, the people are going to find the information. And the people that are going over there, I'm not talking about people who on social media are putting gun on Joseph Bragasa and doing AI stuff. Those are AI. It's this normal. We are in a democracy. They can do anything. That's okay. But I'm talking about information dissemination that will make the Liberian people to feel comfortable and say, okay, yeah, we can deal with it. Let our government continue working behind the scene to do things. You cannot come and tell the Liberian people that you sign a peace agreement, that everything is okay. These people are gonna move, and Liberia will not be and their sovereignty will not be influenced upon. And then people start to move back. Then you have an information minister coming and telling people. And that's the thing I keep saying to us on this platform. Where the capable is not available, the available become capable. All right. So people who we entrusted, we pay taxpayer money to be able to take care of our information dissemination, to tell us the truth. Whether Guineans are on our land and they are not telling us the truth, then what you want us to do? Then when people go, don't forget we're in an age where everybody got phone. You can't restrict nobody's phone. So somebody could go down there and do a whole video and see Guineans so you're interacting with Liberians over there and send it to me. I'm looking at the video, the government, I brain know about it, and I'm saying, oh wow, look at what the Guineans doing to Liberia. And I put on social media and go viral. Is that something I will be sending bad information or no? I'm only educating our people as to what is unfolding in the society. Maybe the government didn't know about it. The government need now to get to the scene. The government need to handle the thing carefully and properly and swiftly so Liberian people can have a relief. Until then, everybody will be coming out with their own information. So Dr. Male, just a minister ain't got no right.
Let
Absolutely
me
no
let me
right.
let me let me hold you right there, Walter Carter. Let me hold you right there. Rescue 3. Let's hear from you.
Hey, Bobo, how you doing?
Oh, fine, fine.
Good evening to Dr. Mali, Keta, and Rescue 2. You know, the topic that you two are discussing tonight is very important, but the key thing I want for all of us to look at tonight. The junta leader in Guinea, today on the Facebook, they made deported 586 civilians. And these people have been living on their land from the time Southern how independent. And then when they said that because these people do not have a legitimate document, and he deported 586 of the civilian national to get back to Southern, in which the Southern leadership did not get mad, they get to go in war with them, but they are seeking a diplomatic means. In short, what I'm trying to say here, there are key things that we are missing all year in a discussion. One of the things that we are missing out here, everybody continue to push that all the government being slow, the government is not giving information, the government not doing it. To me, this guy had a motive that he really wants to accomplish, in which we are now getting dancing to diffuse it. In a sense that with all the peace discussion that's been going on, because he had in the Mario Union personally, he at the same time violating every right of the two Mario country that have come up country with a country. So he trying to extend a country into another country, they get to see the country getting with power. But we are not dancing to that music. And besides that, like you a position person like you and a non-permanent member, we cannot be the one get to beat the war drum. That is guy beating. So the government of me, the person is playing a leadership. We gather for whatsoever situation, we gather for whatsoever pressure they are trying to mount on us. Because when anything go on wrong, the very first thing international community looking at the role that we are playing with the UN. And the third point here got to do with information dissemination that the Mali Institute were talking about. Don't be funny here. Fagon that we know. Fagon today on there's a new outlet that publication concerning Fagon and his deputy, the deputy accusing Fagon of mismanaging over 30,000 United States dollars. And there's a crisis between Fagon and deputy. So there are a lot of people getting away. We should expect them to get on government information. They have become mute. Because if you are waiting to dedicate an LBS before you start giving the information about the country, that means we are going nowhere. There's a 3 year of the government. So an LBS, you are not dedicated that place, and they're not taking pay. You are taking pay. But now you are not giving the key info, even key development that the government is carrying on. You are not talking about it. So it is very sad. And on the issue of the press freedom that we were talking about it, the live report or State Department report that came out, I think for 2024 or 2024 about Liberia, they also talk about the press freedom. So if the Justice Minister is coming out and getting to start getting on the press, to me, I don't think will mean well by our country. We have to be very careful on how we handle this situation.
Thank you.
And my last point I want to make tonight.
Before you make that, let me merge this color, please. Then you can finish up. Just hold on, please. I don't want him to drop off. All right, go ahead, make your last point, then the color, next color.
My last point I want to make in the Nigeria Palan, they had a saying that says Steve may go alive. Senator E, they go out of money. Somebody do the senator too. The chief of protocol do another bill leader. There's a phone that coming off
when they want happen. Okay, all right, call me and let's discuss it. Thank you. Call me. Let's discuss. All right, let's discuss that. Call me. All right, thank you, Rescue 3. Let's hear from you, John.
Yeah, good evening.
Thank you.
To all of you on the panel tonight. And listen, our people, they like, soundboard. They hear one word and everybody go on talking about what is this diplomacy? I need to ask them, what do they call diplomacy? Is diplomacy means that you stand up with your back there Iran and America, they still have a diplomatic discussion, but they're protecting their country. You don't go to diplomacy with your hands there. Diplomacy is a part in the state operation. You go there to seek only your country's interest. And you see the other person all you want, but it's to seek your country's interest. And send a military to your border, to send your military or to have your military on your border is not war. That's another word they have propagated. Oh, we want war, we want war. Listen, we don't want war amongst ourselves. Civil war. We don't want that kind of war. But if it's about protecting our nation, that's a war with gradual fight. That's what they call patriotic. You stand up to protect your nation and its people. You don't run away from that. And they call this man the commander-in-chief, and he can make objective decisions. You send police where they got soldiers confronting your nation. That's the foolishness to the highest limit. So the whole nonsense about war business, some people hear war, they think of a civil war. We don't ever want civil war. And we hope it never ever happens again. But if it's about advancing into our territorial boundary, that war we're going to fight.
Thank you.
We have to protect our land.
Thank you. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Let's hear from you, Ambrose.
Yeah, Mr. Tool, how you doing?
Thank you.
How's everyone doing?
Good. Thank you for calling. What's on your mind, sir?
It's just getting sick by the hour and by the day. You know, Mr. Tool, I think the government you support is one of the horrible government ever brought to Liberia. It's weak, but they only want to suppress their own citizens. They do at the border, some of the children you got brought, when you go over and see how you get resolved that or send United over there, at first, that freedom of speech, you want to stop policy. How weak that can start? If you don't want for all the talk, just do what everybody is expecting. You don't tell the military to go over and shoot anybody, tell us to go defend our land. You see what he told his people? You don't want to lose no land? Tell the military, hey, any breaches, fire blows. But I don't know how we're going to resolve this. If our president is going with a diplomat something, we got to show the clear that we're not let our foreign go to definitely around. The two, we the one they call Africa with the godfather for Africa. The Guinea, we the one fight for their independence. Who lobby for them to get independent. They put on city game. It's laughable, man, for all to be falling to them. It's laughable for a country like that to consider they can overpower or they can sell. You are never independent. We were independent. We don't want purple. You're independent. How you know your boundary? When you gotta know your boundary. No, but Mr. Toy, it's funny though. But how you know your boundary when we fought for your independent?
Thank you.
You listen to what's the guy did, the blonde guy, explaining the story.
Yeah.
The friend wanted for us to go take the land back from them.
Hold on, Ambrose. Hold on 1 minute. What happened here? What's going on? Ambrose, hold on 1 minute. Why am I not? Okay, go ahead, Ambrose. Finish. Then we'll
Yeah. I will stop there. I'm sorry. But this is getting annoying, and the president needs to do something. I'm not one for the war, but I think the gentleman that just spoke, said the right thing. We're not telling our military. The military is not over there. That's why they're acting up. They're seeing immigration and they're seeing police people. That's why they say acting up. But we're gonna get serious. If even the army get nerf or collar, they need to go to the border.
Okay. Thank you, my brother.
Yeah. We don't want war, but we gotta get it, man. Say, hey, if you can get all your bazooka or whatever you need you get, I'm in front of that. I mean, thank you for taking my call.
Thank you. Thank you, Ambrose. Again, folks, there's a guy that somebody called here. Let me call you back. Ambrose, thank you very much, and you have a wonderful day. Let me call this person back. I couldn't get the call in. Let me call them back. And I think we'll call that quick for the night. Good evening, Samson to Labron Paparito. Your call was it? Do you want to contribute to the conversation, or that's something else?
Yeah, please.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I mean, that's so this is the kid.
Okay, thank
and
you.
then not dying on the radio, but so I got a question for you. The guy the CDC, how all that Sabu unit, they have Zebra unit, all kind of unit. So why is the unity party with a unit? Look, so that would be serious. Guinea, if Labrador did not take this serious, we'll lose that land. These are the things we've been talking. Sense don't die. The AFL just went. You can't even hear about the AFL. If it's not because of America, we're not here about AFL. The government do not support AFL. The guys that were going to the border, they were border equipped. I was laughing at this guy there on Sport TV. I thought, how can you see the AFL? They put a border equipped. Because the government do not support the people. They don't support the military. It's like doing trouble. I don't see any other president that might have sent you the who. They never supported the AFL. But you wanted to go for a war. Well, we should quit now. How much money did you invest in the military? When Joseph Baga got into power, the military mother, they came out to riot. They even black Borover so he couldn't pass before he wanted to respond to these people. How many weapons did you buy for the military? How many young people did you train to enter into the military? They were free scholarship to go to school, to come to America to learn, but to serve your country. These are the things we've been talking. You got senators making $50,000, $20,000 a month, but military men making $200 to $300 a month. And then now you want to take them to the border to go fight Guinea. Why Guinea more advanced than Liberia? Come on, man. And then you're talking, information people you spread in the 50 counties. So what y'all want to do? You want for the people to fight. But if the people say you're build hospital in our country, they ain't got money for that. Those are our rules of money. You can't even rainy season, you can't even go Grand Canyon, you can't go 30 counties. But you want to go pass information around so the people can be hyped up to join and to fight, to help Unity Party to fight. These are the things we're talking. So that Baga was supposed to do something from day one when the military mountain came out to protest. He was supposed to do something with the AFL. They don't support security, but now they want security to protect the country. Shame on him.
Thank you. Wow. Some people are really, really upset with this. So let's do our closing. Walter Carter, 2 minutes, please. You see that? CDC now harmonize your phone.
That's the problem. That's the problem. My phone harmonized. You can hear me loud and clear.
Okay.
That's the thing we're talking about. Where the government lacks the proper information, people will find their own information. Whether the information is factual or whether it's fake, they will find their own information to just to keep them, imagine just to keep them calm or even keep them alert. We saw during our civil war, like people, they will be looking for food to eat, but by the time 4 o'clock come here, everybody glued the information concerning what was going on in our country. Now, people who are looking this thing.
All right. Can you guys hear Walter Carter, Terry?
No.
Walter Carter, we can't hear you. Good night. CDC harmonize your.
Okay, you can hear me now. You can hear me.
It's still cutting out. It's still cutting out.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, we're hearing you now.
No, it's not cutting out, brother. So you can hear me loud and clear. Yes.
We're hearing you now.
This is the thing I'm saying here, right? Yes. These people carry troops and they say, oh no, there was nothing now until they invade. They want to invade Ukraine in ways that today there was still going on. These people are creeping gradually. Nobody said send AFL to go for a war in Foya. Nobody said that. All we tell you is when a military man see another military man, there will be some level of compromise right there, especially in the region where you don't send surveillance to face military. You send the military over there, let the two military people be sitting there talking. Let it be talking. Whether you send 200 or 300, let them sit down right over there and be talking. Not Liberian people having company in our AFL here, and our people can move freely and stuff like that. But you sending no security people to the place, you send people in brown suit with pistol or somebody get a ratting on the side to go sit down with people who are military people, Guinean, who like when it comes to brutality, they not even easy. You have to put the people over there, let it have give the citizens some level of confidence. And then you have to disseminate proper information, true information. Don't be lying.
Thank
Don't be
you.
lying, telling the people say, oh, the people cutting down, that now they're bringing more troops so they can reduce. How is that?
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
tell them, yeah, and then my final statement here, the last time I came on the show and I told you about video that was surfacing all on social media about Bodnik and other warlords that were trying to put their voice on this thing. People say, oh, why the opposition? Today, look at what's happening. Everybody now coming out and giving the people platform to talk because why the government is not being forthcoming. And that's where people will start coming out. Nobody
Thank
want
you.
their parents to be killed. So you
Thank
see
you.
people from Lofa County who fought the war say nothing will defend our place. Then what now? What we gonna do?
Thank you. Let's go to Terry. 2 minutes, please.
Yeah, so I was just looking at something about international law, and I discover that what Guinea have done to us could be labeled as an act of aggression, which Liberia can
It's
argue
not
as
cool,
an
but it
act,
is. It is act
which
of aggression.
which Liberians can argue as an act of war. And what is listed here is that military stay on the land, raise flags, build posts, or claim ownership. These are all breach of international law, which could be labeled as an act of aggression or an act of war. So that is what Guinea have declared on Liberia. They enter our land, they raise the flag, and they are declaring ownership on property or lands that do not really belong to them. So I think we got strategy. International, we could de-escalate. We can call for de-escalation. We can investigate who legally owns the land. We can encourage negotiation or legal settlement, which are all strategies to to resolve the issue. But right now, to me, is an act of aggression that should be taken seriously. Thank you, Liver, for the show.
Thank you. Dr. Mali, go ahead.
Well, I I strongly believe that this is the first test case to the Unity Party-led government, and this hasn't happened before. So it's a test case. They are fighting around to see how to handle it. But I want to go back to one of the callers who said that we have not put the AFL in proper financial perspective to cater to them, to look after them, to service them, to really see their need and pay attention to them. And I think this caller makes a lot of sense. This is a wake-up call, you see. And I think this call should now broaden our horizon to look at other sectors that are being underdeveloped in the society right now, like our immigration. The border is poor. I think it's about time now we really invest into these places, because you cannot send army to a border
Right.
when they're even suffering. They don't even have boots to wear. You see, one of the truck, they try to get it ready, I don't know, to go Vonjama. The truck, less than 5 minutes, smoke start coming from the nose. And I mean, I think it's about time we really pay attention now to other sector we consider underdeveloped in our society. And the army is one place. We shouldn't wait when the tension coming up from the other end. They say people fighting to the border. They try to grab the immigration officer, but they didn't have good shoe to wear, and they were falling in the bush and other things. Then we go put money inside. We should not do that. I think it's about time now we invest in the fire sector, that burning places. It's about time we invest in the police to improve their condition. It's about time to invest in the AFL for the future, because this is a classical test case for the Unity Party, to be very frank with you. Now we are so vulnerable that nothing we can really do right now. You see all the land of the men of God just gave. We get no option here now but to beg people to come to talk to the Guinean. We can't even send the army to that border there. What kind of gun they will be having? Steak? Any Charlie Quinton AK-47 that you got to shout at it many times before you even shoot? That's what we're going to send to the people down there? The boots they wear? You see? So we are not equipped right now. So the whole thing has become very psychological right now on the government. You see? So people who calling for war, I understand their frustration. I understand where they're coming from. But to be very frank with you, my brother and sister, we are not ready. We're not equipped right now. And the Ghanaians, they are taking advantage of some of these situations and behaving like that. Because like what the man of God said, all the land he gave, that's total aggression. You see? Some people are saying, oh, when Charteda were in the system, even if Charteda were in the system, and the armed forces is not up to date, Charteda will not do anything. You see? Because the morale of the armed forces is low. Their budgetary allowance is low. The uniform set they're supposed to wear, everything is zero. And this is not only Joseph Boakai priority. It should have been the priority of all the governments since post-war Liberia. You see, now this is a classical test case now. We don't know what to do right now.
Okay. Thank you, Doc. I'm just going to say this here, then we can take off. My first 18 years or so that I spent in Canton, Ohio, I was working for this county, Stark County Engineers, where I was first member of the survey crew, and then I started doing the surveying wholly on my own. And what we did was, they have in Ohio, even all over the United States, have what they call section, township, so, and then they go on to county and what have you. But what they did was in Ohio they have section, and it's like a acre or something like that, they have those line, the survey line. Back in the 1800, they didn't have steel pipes and what have you to put down, so they used to have what they call there's a sandstone. The sandstone you can find in Ohio, you can find it in Pennsylvania, you can find it in most of the East Coast state. So they put X on the sandstone, and the X represent north, south, east, and west. Okay, they put it on. So what we did was, for example, they put it on there as a boundary. So you got one here and another 26 mile or so. You have another one, but they're all in line. So what will happen is the farmer come and plow the land, and then in the process plowed along with the sandstone. He said, "Oh, this is the boundary here." He takes it and put it 5 feet into the next neighbor land, and the next neighbor does the same thing and move it. So when they start having confusion, then they call us, and then we have to resurvey, trace you. First, you go to the courthouse and find the papers. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up, this land issue here, can we actually go to archive and be able to find how these land were divided? Can we go and see what type of demarcation in terms of north, east, south on that, what bearing they use to find the line that they're following? So those are things. I think this thing need to be more when we come from a war beating drum business. Let's intellectualize this whole subject matter and see if people can learn from it. Because in Liberia, you got land. People go and buy land. They got mother deeds. But the mother deeds supposed to continue to connect with each other until you find a big a plaque of land, plaque of a picture. You know, this is my mother deed, but it's tied in with this other person's mother deed. So there's a boundary in there. And you sell these lot that sits on the mother deed. You go to the library, can you go to the courthouse or can you go to the archive and pull those things and go back to say 1950s? You said Civil War destroyed those things. Okay, are we going back now to actually do the real survey so that people will not even fight over land because you have something you can go in the archive and you will know who owns what? Very interesting situation where Guinea has opened our eyes, and I hope as immediately after the war situation, we should gravitate toward documenting. Let's use this opportunity of Guinea, since they have to do with land. Let's internalize it in our own situation because Guinea happen every day in Liberia. Somebody taking somebody's land every day in Liberia. Somebody selling somebody's land. Guinea happen every day in Liberia. But because Guinea is a country, but our situation in Liberia is getting worse. But Dr. Made, Walter Carter, Terry Collins, I want to thank you guys very much.
Yeah. Just 1 minute, I beg you. There was a video in circulation about the cornerstone. So the guy was telling us that the French Guinean put that cornerstone there in 1907. Good. The question now is, was Liberia present? I didn't see Liberia on a cornerstone. In Liberia, I get my land bordering one woman. Two our cornerstone sending just there. My cornerstone there, the woman cornerstone there. So where is Liberia on a cornerstone?
So let me ask you this. That's an interesting point. Who owns that little piece of land between the two cornerstones?
If not the two cornerstone, or you talking about me?
Yeah, the cornerstone, your cornerstone and the woman cornerstone, and they're side by side.
Yes.
They're not on the same line.
No, they're side by side.
So who owns that little piece of land between the two cornerstones?
I don't own it.
Whether it's 1 foot or not, who owns it?
No one owns it. The government owns it. But we concern about the larger part. But I did not see Liberia on a cornerstone there.
I'm just telling you right now, that's a future conflict. On a very
and the next thing now is when they were planning that cornerstone, where was Liberia? Where was this guy and Barclay, President Barclay? Where was he? Because under his regime, all these things took place. But again, the whole thing is
they seen Barclay, they ran after they say he fell in the ocean.
But Liberal, that time
and the whole thing again, the whole cornerstone, they got French written down there. I said, but where was Liberia with their own cornerstone with English written on it?
So Mr. Male, that shows you.
Guys, the show is over.
That shows you
the show is over.
That landmark was there for Liberia. So the French people came and say, you know what I mean? This is our territory.
But Liberal, let me just put this in there real quick.
So, I
didn't understand you.
I said that shows you that the Liberian landmark was there before the French spoke in and laid cornerstone. That place was not fake. It was not just for.
What the evidence? What the evidence?
Brother, before. So me ask you a question. Was people not living? Was people not living there?
No, you see.
Let Terry make
a story. What the evidence?
I can't even speak good.
To produce the evidence here.
Dr. Male,
if you can't prove it, they will send you over to the justice ministry.
Male,
because that's misinformation.
Wow. Yeah, so I just wanted to say that the information ministry budget, from what I'm looking at here, is about 3.8 million for the whole year. That and most of that money is salary. Most of that money goes to salary. 3.8 million. That don't matter. 3.8 million for 1 year. The whole ministry of information.
No, cut down the salary.
But what a minute now. Terry, I know
cut down the salary and the benefit.
If you are Minister of Information and you submit your budget and you want to cut budgets down because of, are there not some important thing that you as a minister know your job that you will fight for to keep?
Yeah.
But you can fight, but you can only fight to a certain limit. It's not your determination to determine that this is the budget that you must get.
At that point, Terry, for example, me, and they say Samson can be a dog catcher.
Oh no, forget it.
I'm very good dog catcher. If I say
Forget
I
it. You
want cash radar and you don't put radar in, I say forget it, take your job. Bye bye. Got my dog cash, I can go any part
after
of
you have fought for the revolution, labor. After you have fought for the revolution and reached to that position, Dr. Mali, you yourself, after
But
you
what
fought for the
good is
revolution
it,
and reached
Terry?
to that
Now,
position, and the
Terry,
people say, this is what we get for you for the whole
but
year, you will say no.
what
There,
good is the
there
revolution,
were now financial management company.
Dr.
You
Mali?
only need $250,000 to do what I suggested.
Hold on,
$250,000.
Dr. Terry, what good is the revolution that I fought for? You listen now. What good is the revolution that I fought for? And I want to achieve certain things to be able to enhance the revolution capability of moving forward. And you're going to deny me. Then what good is it? Should I just stay there?
But what
and
if they
be
tell you that
people?
you have to allow the cutback for other entities of the ministry to foster the agenda of the president,
And that's what
the
I'm saying.
vision of the president?
That's what I'm saying. You identify certain core project, core value that are connected to the agenda of the president. That without those things, the agenda from your perspective as a minister, you argue without A, Y, C, whatever it is, the agenda that we all support from what we stand will not be put forward. You
I
argue
agree.
that. Okay.
But that depends on the president and the finance minister to understand the narrative, because there's
But
a
they were
possibility that if you do not effectively inform the Liberian people well, like what Dr. Mali said, all those striving, the president may not even be able to achieve his next leadership
You push that
in the
line.
2029.
You push that line. And you can show what you're saying, that you're not just bluffing. You have data to show. You have previous example to show. And that's how you do it.
And besides that, besides that, you go on a retreat and you look at the holistic picture of the budget and say, look, the new program here, we got to silence this era, we got to cut down budget, the gas slip, we got to slash them down and put it into this thing here because it's very important, and inform the president. But here is my point. Is the information minister, is he engaging the president daily to really find out what's going on? Or they just waiting for
that
president?
That question will be for the man himself.
I'm asking Labor.
Okay. Terry, Dr. Mali, let's discuss that Thursday. Thank you, guys. Walter Carter, good night. Terry Collins, good night. Thank you very much. Dr. Mali, we say good night to you as well. Guys, I want to thank all of you, Dr. Mali, Walter Carter, Terry Collins. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. You make the show as usual very, very Namonji show tonight. So we're very happy to have all of you. All of you that have been out here writing tonight, we also appreciate you all. Thank you. Join us again tomorrow on Mr. Soul Show. A wonderful show coming up. And then join us on Thursday as well. With that, I will say good night to all of you. It's been a wonderful, wonderful day. As you can see, I think my 1 foot is still in Liberia, because for some reason, I already gone dreaming. To a town. Samson to Labra Parado. Good night, folks. This is Samson Joe. So Robert, introduce me to this group here. Who am I? What do I do here?
Mr. Samson Joe is the lead designer on this bridge replacement project. He's one of the most accomplished engineers in the entire office. So when there is a project that has a level of complexity, guess who they come to? Mr. To, the voice of Hotel. So put some respect to his name. He knows what he's doing.
Thank you. Okay, as you can see here, I'm a beginner impacting. Run them big mark. See how it's working like this here, and that's small work. That's what we do. We talk, but we do as well. Okay? Again, the sweat is the body. It's my country. So we're doing it to be able to help. Whatever we can do to help. It's not about the money. It's about what we can do to improve the lives of our brothers and sisters. This is the city of Beginner. And they put it in the sidewalk. Yes, I'm going to tell you that. They put it in the sidewalk. And I'm going to be the one to put it in the sidewalk. If I also want
Power,